There was one that was 34 pounds. And there's another one that was 39.
All right, guys, let's sit down and get rolling here. Like I said, we got a lot to cover. You know, when Denise came to me last summer and said, "Hey, I want to start a new 4-H club," I think my first reaction was, "Are you kidding?" And you know, looking back on things and the way everything turned out, I think my reaction probably should have been, "Are you crazy?" But here we are, you know, a year later. And I just want to say, I can't tell you how proud I am to just be able to play a small part of what you guys have accomplished in the last year. This club has just kind of lifted from nothing to everything, like it has wings. So you guys are to be commended for that. As of tonight, we have 46 members on the roll now. 46 members in the club after 1 year. We had great representation at the county fair, including several champions. We sent a full representation to the Livestock sweepstakes in Manhattan in August. You guys have now been entrusted with the responsibility of running the spring livestock shows for the council, and there are greater and bigger things to come, I'm certain. So, but tonight, you know, we're here to recognize what makes a club like this succeed so spectacularly, and that's you guys. That's everyone in this room. You know, there's an old saying that you can judge a civilization, you can judge a people by how many people go around planting trees that they know they'll never be able to sit in the shade of. So you guys have planted a lot of trees here that you may not ever sit under, but you know that it'll continue and it'll be greater than we will ever know it is. So, with that said, I'd like to start off first, recognize my 2011 officers. Please come up here when I call your name. You guys might want to just hold your applause. Come up here and stand up here so we can recognize you when you're done. And I'm going to present you with something that Denise decided was a good reminder that when you're a leader, there's a lot of ups and downs to being a leader, but if you study hard and you practice a lot and you work at it, it usually turns out to be kind of fun, as long as you don't let it hit you in the head. So, our first officer is Tate Allen, our song leader. Daniel Smith, our parliamentarian. Kylie Hahn, corresponding secretary. Kendall Hahn, historian. Ken Smith, reporter and county council rep.
Is it just for kids? No, I don't know.
Sydney Clarkin, our treasurer. Mallory Meek, our secretary.
Thank you very much.
Logan Allen, vice president. I know it's an oddity. I know it's an oddity. I don't have a pad on my hand. And our county council representative and the very first president of 4-H, Johnson County 4-H Livestock Club, Judy Wade. Okay, next. You know, if you go to our club website, if you go to our bylaws, you find a mission statement. The very first mission statement is to introduce our members to all the scope of livestock educational opportunities and to keep them abreast of new developments within that area. So next, I want to take this opportunity to thank the great brain trust we have in this club in terms of the information that goes into that you guys learn each and every meeting. And that is, I'd like to thank our project leaders and the others of you who have helped in instructing our members during the year. So for the Earl Allen family, I'd like a representative.
Hey!
Let's give your mom a big kiss and that.
What is here?
Matt Meek family for swine. Sorry, the Allens were for beef. Matt Meek family for swine.
Thank you.
Our master of goats, Julia Wade. And the Harrison family for sheep. And Mike Smith for community leader. And Denise is making me say this, photographer and quiz bowl master. Okay, now, any of you parents out there tonight who have ever served in the military, at some point you understand that there's a very fine line between being a volunteer and being a draftee. So, but I hope that in no way diminishes the respect I have for you guys and the gratitude for our long list of adult volunteers who again make this program work and have made it as successful as it is. So even though there may have been some involuntary dragging and kicking into things like food stand and a very successful auction buyers luncheon, that in no way diminishes my gratitude to you guys for what you've done. And on behalf of Denise, I just want to thank our adult volunteers, starting with Jerry and Lisa Hahn. The representative of the Hahn. Yes. No, just one. Jennifer Clarkin. And Denise has a note. I'll read the note for those who don't get one of these. Thank you for being flexible in the food stand, noteworthy at the buyer's lunch. You are worth a mint to the Johnson County Livestock. Lisa and Mike Smith. Karen Zimmerman. Kay Wade. Shelley Britton Dupree. Jill Allen.
Go get it.
Don't eat that before you get it. Jennifer Meek. Amy Shields, Stephanie Green. Laura Shaw. Donna Ginsburg.
Go ahead.
And Tracy. let's give them all a hand. I don't think we gave them a hand. So before we get into our final recognition of the real people that matter, I want to take a minute to include our new members for 2012. We just happen to have 2 here tonight. And this is a recognition, as Denise says.
Fortune cookies.
Fortune cookies for the Rob girls. You're new this year? You're right. I apologize. Colette Shields.
Did you got some more gifts? They didn't say that at the beginning. You didn't stand up.
Because they're new members and we are fortunate to have them. I neglected Caitlin Berry, who's a new member. My apologies. So let's give our new members a big round of applause. And I don't take yet. Okay? So now we move on to recognizing those who've done the hard work. Put in all the early mornings and late nights. The sweat, the freezing fingers, the rope burns and bruises. And even the occasional emergency room visit for concussion. You can joke about it. So to make the best better, Denise, all right guys, Denise in all of her wisdom has come up with a gift that reminds me, personally, when I see the gift Denise has come up with, reminds me of an old story about a child who traveled a long way to visit an ancient philosopher. And he said, tell me, once you attain your dreams, up until you attain your dreams in life, what do you do? And the philosopher said, chop wood and carry water. He said, great, so then once I do attain my dreams, what do I do? And the philosopher said, chop wood and carry water. So think about that. As you fill in the colors of your dreams, don't ever forget what you learn in this club. That it's the hard work that counts, chopping wood and carrying water. So with that, I'd like to recognize our club members. Grady, starting with Grady Allen. You guys make a line up here, like I told you to. You stay up here so we can recognize you. Logan Allen.
What's that?
Kate Allen. Rachel Chaw. Sydney. Clark. Barrett Dupree. Brandon Dupree. Chocolate and carry water. Simon Hall. Victoria Hall. Quentin Hall. Kendall Hahn. Kylie Hahn.
Consider yourself blessed.
Taylor Harris. Yeah. Flower meat. Julia Shields, Colette Shields.
Did you get a still picture? It's really hard with that little one. He doesn't see it so very well.
Daniel Smith. Kevin Smith.
We have a little one just like it.
Garrett Bond, Julia Wade.
Dude, I got different colors of chalk every row. What? Look at that. See, boy?
Brenna Zimmerman, Bryce Zimmerman.
I say I didn't even think to bring my camera.
Chase Zimmerman. And Jacob Smith.
Yeah, Jacob! Yeah, Jacob! Yeah, Jacob! You're not a member?
I believe that's everybody. So let's give everybody a round of applause for the work you guys are doing. Very good. Hey guys, go sit down. So we got, while you sit down, we have one last recognition before we close a great 2011 and get a greater 2012. Okay, just one last thing. Obviously, the one we're missing tonight, express our gratitude tonight, is Denise. And you know, Denise always reminds me of that another old saying that a great leader is invisible. A great leader, you barely know she exists. But once she has finished her work, once her aim is fulfilled, then those she has led will say, we did it all ourselves. And that to me describes Denise. So I'd like you all to stand up, turn around to the video camera, because we recorded this tonight, and express your appreciation for Denise. Thank you all. No, I don't believe so.
Okay, I'll lead it. Oh, no, I'm leading class. Okay.
Who's the chair? Who's the chair?